Feasting, the RHDP sheep's ball before the fall of the regime. In every dictatorship, there is an immutable scene, a grotesque ritual that always precedes the fall. The tyrant believes himself omniscient, eternal. His courtiers believe him omnipotent, invincible until reality catches up with them. Côte d'Ivoire has just given us this pitiful tableau. Under the guise of a spontaneous speech, Alassane Ouattara, already in flagrant violation of the constitution for having imposed an illegal third term, calmly announces his intention to run for a fourth, equally unlawful term. Yes, you read that right, the Ivorian constitution limits the presidency to 2 terms. He is already on his third, and now, with utter contempt, he decides to trample the nation's fundamental law even further.
So in 2025, you'll no longer be a candidate.
No. Listen, forget about that. In 2025, we'll see. Ivorians will choose whoever they want. I hope they choose someone younger than me and my predecessors.
Have you already thought of someone who could carry the RHDP colors in 2025?
Oh yes. I have about half a dozen people I'm thinking of. There are many of them, and they are very competent. I'm convinced that we will make a democratic choice, and that we will have someone very competent to continue steering the ship of Côte d'Ivoire. And then, like in a bad play, his ministers, all smiles, happen to gather to applaud and dance to the tune of this constitutional betrayal. The staging is grotesque, the hypocrisy palpable. Everyone plays their part, feigning joy, laughing loudly, giving the image of devoted supporters when in truth, it is nothing but the sheep's ball on their way to the slaughterhouse. This spectacle eerily recalls another political farce, Guinea under Alpha Condé. When he, in a burst of arrogance, announced his bid for an illegal third term, his ministers and himself celebrated indecently in Conakry. They danced, they feasted, they celebrated the rape of the constitution as a victory. Then came the parody of rigged elections, declared won on television, and again, the dance of the courtiers. But they did not see the coup d'état coming, the one that swept Alpha Condé from power and delivered him to humiliation. The same causes produced the same effects. Today, in Côte d'Ivoire, the dictator Ouattara and his followers believe they rule over a destiny already written. They think nothing can happen to them. They believe themselves all-powerful, equals to the pharaohs of antiquity. The RHDP leader sees himself as a being of exception, above the law and even above heaven. A god to whom God himself obeys. His ministers, more arrogant than ever, mock Ivorians daily. They feast, they parade, they dance, exactly as in Guinea. And, just like in Guinea, they cannot see that their downfall is rushing toward them. Is it not said that Jupiter drives mad those he wishes to destroy? The Ouattara regime crossed the threshold of delusion long ago. Blinded by their sense of omnipotence, they march on laughing toward their own collapse. I say this here, truly, the Ouattara regime is doomed. And, as always in history, it will fall. I'll tell you one thing, there are truths that Guineans don't like to hear. Look me in the eye. The current catastrophic situation in the country, in this cacophony, in this political ethnicization, even if it is a 4th term that is needed or a 10th term that is needed for the current leader, to harmonize, to pacify, to unite, Guineans, I, Abubakar Soma, am for it.
The action concerns Alpha Condé.
It's not a prerequisite.
Excuse me.
It's not a prerequisite.
So he can be detained.
I'm saying, it's not a prerequisite.
That's what I'm saying. Professor Alpha Condé can remain detained so that the transition can continue.
It's not a prerequisite.
Okay, so the last question is, you campaigned for a 3rd term for Professor Alpha Condé. Do you feel a bit concerned?
I didn't campaign for a 3rd term.
But you supported him.
I supported one candidate among the 12.
But for a 3rd term?
No.
Mr. Suma?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Never?
Never.
Have you never supported a 3rd term?
I've already said so on your airwaves. Crisciapi does not lie. Find Chris Yapi on his 2 YouTube channels, his Rumble channel, his TikTok, X, Instagram, VK and Threads accounts.